Thank you, Rimesh.
Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you to South Korea. This is my first time in this country and I'm enjoying this second of this trip. Today I'm going to talk about the paper which I have been writing since 2015 when I was there in Arizona for 6 months in AUSN, and I had a lovely time with Dr. Rimesh and other visiting professor that we had, like 7 IM came once. So the topic of my today's presentation or my paper is youth and bioethics. In this paper I try to relate youth and I try to describe how youth is related to the bioethics and what are the problems of youth, which is extremely related to bioethics for our sustainable future. So I have started writing. We are very familiar with the word youth. Bioethics is to understand the value of life in different situations and conditions. For example, medicine, environment and culture. Ethics can be derived as a set of rules and regulations that a human possesses to survive. I can say it's a way of life which we choose to live. I think every person has their own perception about life. This diversity of views is also found among youth. In this paper, I want to explore how youth can articulate their own bioethical values more clearly and also apply these values to making decisions that they face as youth. How does bioethics develop in the young mind? And how does experience of bioethical dilemmas when we are young and shape our bioethics as we grow into the moral agents? There are a vast number of subjects of consideration in bioethics, including birth, death, disease, environment, culture, tradition, love, and so on. I think the philosophy is something we admire to be in of life. For example, we try to live our life according to the textbook images of ethics, but we sometimes cannot do so due to our surroundings. But bioethics can help us to achieve in actual life closer to the philosophical ideals by better coping with the challenges of social and physical environment. As we know, we have thorns on roses, but no one hates the rose. We appreciate their beauty. Similarly, sometimes incorrect decisions which we have to learn from the shaping of our moral identity. Youth have been defined by the United Nations from the age of 16 to 24 years from the United Nations 2000 article. I think we have some aspects of heart of youth and children inside us until when we became a grandfather as well. We know how to play with our grandkids and we can imagine how a grandfather can play with his grandson despite of his old age. That simply means he still possesses that quality where he can make himself as a youthful child or younger in the terms of age compared to the actual physical age. I think it would not be appropriate to precisely fix the age group of youth and exclude someone because they are 25 years old or 55 years old. Actually, in my home country, youth is defined as a person between 16 to 40 years of age. In Malaysia, it is until 35 years of age. For this paper, however, I will consider issues of youth as those facing persons from 0 to 24 years of range, from fetus, infant, child, adolescent, and youth. In this paper, I would like to talk about different important stages of our life. Our first stage as a young human is being a fetus. A fetus is not only important for a woman who is carrying her or him inside her body, but also to this society. Many religions have different ways of viewing this stage of our youth, but a fetus is innocent, like a newborn baby. Women should have full rights to make decisions to become a mother or have contraception. Many mothers are also youth, and teenagers' pregnancy is an endemic problem in many countries. In fact, in some countries, more than half of the mothers are youth. In my opinion, before learning about the ethical issues of the environment, we should know our earth. So, in this paper, I have tried to exclude other explanations, because we have so sort of time and it's very long. So I'm going for one after another paragraph which is very important from my article. So in my opinion, before learning about the ethical issues of the environment, we should know about our earth. Similarly, we can also learn the relationship of the living organism in this earth and the rights of everyone. For example, ecosystem and the term sustainability. We are regarded as one of the social animals found in this earth, so definitely we have some responsibility. I think youth have more in terms of the life as because they have to live here for the long time. Youth can act as a preserver of living organism and make the process sustainable so that future youth can enjoy. This doesn't mean that everyone can help both aspects, but simply planting a tree or preserving animals' rights can be an example. We love our nature, normally people do. I think there is no difference in us and nature. We care small plants to grow in a tree and survive the life on their own. I think it's closer to humans too. We can be close to nature when we grow a tree or plants. The better understanding comes when we do so. We can actually make a tree as our friend. We don't have any existence without our ecosystem, and each one of us know this. So our primary responsibility to our planet is to make it preserving on our ecosystem. All ethical factors we have to go through looks like a big subject and very difficult thing, but I think it's not. Just we need to change the way of somewhat that we are doing. Just being human. A nature, culture, according to we have grown up and lived our life will be one of them. We all have our own importance, and we need to accept the fact from an example such as the fact that our 5 fingers are also not equal. All of us need to know the importance of each finger so we can work together in harmony. Love is a happiness, affection, attraction, feelings, hate, and many more. Spiritual aspects of human beings or even living organisms consider love to be a central part of life. We can only feel love. Love has different forms, like a love between husband and wife, love between youth, love of friendship, parents and children love, teacher and student love, and many more. Trust, care, attraction are few terms found in love. Love cannot be separated from living organisms. We are free to love anybody and anytime. Everyone has own way of loving. Loving dear ones are one of the attraction of youth. Youth learn many things in this stage of life, from education to behavioral science. Youth have to go past every situation in home, school, society. This will lead any youth to become a responsible person. Loving dear one depends on the willingness of the individual. Falling in love with opposite sex or same sex while in school, college is often happen in youth. In this process, many will have heart broken or feelings broken. Normally, youth who are in love start to think about future and makes promises to stay together whole life. Some will make the promises, but some might not. It will not be wrong to say many teen pregnancy came from the false decision. No one says it's wrong, but everything has its own time and we have to follow the time. It needs a lot of experience to become a parent and care the children. Curiosity plays a vital role in youth love affairs. This is because of the age as this age where we are still learning in the learning phase and we can't decide properly. A guidance can be taken from elder siblings or older cousins if we feel difficult to talk with the parents. Now culture. Culture can be an important social rules for us to survive in society. We call ourselves Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Catholic and Jews, etc. This depends in which family we are born. But the interesting factor is newborn baby does not know where he or she is born and which religion or culture he or she have to follow. Still the concept has not been changed and normally we have to follow the same religion that our family is performing. Normally we feel good and we respect our religion, so that's why we follow the same religion. This also doesn't mean we can't follow other religion. We saw many war has gone place in the name of religion and culture, which took away many people's lives and many people has gone through difficult conditions. Many people became homeless and had to survive as a refugee for a whole life. In this paper, I do not have any intention to talk on which religion is good or bad. Just I want to highlight the key points. Any religion we choose is for us. In the name of religion, we should not discriminate other people from other religion. I believe every religion has its own importance and no religion says false about all religion. We all have a God in common whom we call it differently. Youth should know the different religion and its importance of their life. Normally we can see teenagers are very comfortable with religion. They love friendship rather than which religion their friends are from. This is the best spread and this should be continued. Normally we can see in many religions and cultures revolution or any political party they use youth in their protest. And youth has full responsibility to preserve their identification. No one has rights to disturb or destroy other ethnicity, tradition, language or so on. By studying many aspects of bioethics, I can say it is the art of living happily in our will and others to also stay happily. We all know observation and experience continually prove and make things look correct. So our youth are also likewise. They see and they experience the culture, rituals performed at home, schools or in the country. So better education on ethical approach will lead to betterment of the youth. Ethics is more effective when passion are stronger and bias come in mind. So youth might have to go through this process which is not good for our future. Youth can get knowledge on different issues and help to resolve them. Many issues can't be solved by only youth, which might also need to support by the family or society. As the preserving right of individual is very difficult in this diverse society where people of different concept lives. One might find the same thing correct, but another might think oppositely. Now youth should be a mediator to deal with dilemmas. Thank you. So this was some of the part of my writings on youth and bioethics. I'm planning to do it maybe next year. I will try to complete it and provide to AUSN and hope this will be published somewhere. So that's.
And you graduated, in fact, last February, in Chulalongkorn University from the Masters in Bioethics program. So, any comments, especially from young people?
Oh, thank you for your presentation. It's a good topic. When you selected this, because as a nation builder, as a peace builder, youth can do everything, and in fact they are playing a vital role and they can do this. With just one thing, this is your research topic. Maybe what is the main objective of your paper, youth and bioethics? How you can interlink? How they will they are getting some information about bioethics from your society, because cultural diversion there is many country in Asian countries. So how they will get information about bioethics practice from school, from any institutions, family, community.
So I think bioethics,
the concept of bioethics, how they...
Yeah, in my opinion, bioethics or term, I think moral science, which has been in every religion. And I think it's a responsibility of our parents to teach our children regarding the moral science. And I think it will gradually grow into ethics when they become more older. And regarding my topic was, at that time I was traveling to many places, and then from I started, and I had a thesis in master's regarding the comparative study of youth from 3 different nations, Mexico, America and Nepal. That I tried to find the differences between the youth from these 3 countries, but I was happy to see that I couldn't find any differences. The thinking, the way they treat to other people, the way they think about the religion, the way they think about the friendship is similar. Means they were slightly different regarding the youth from Nepal, but they haven't seen the developed nation. But their aim or their willingness is the similar to other countries. So youth have certain dilemmas regarding like it's in the paper, but it's not. I have not kept here. It's like we have dilemmas like at what age should we get married, or what is the right age to get married, or can we have a children before marriage? Like this sort of dilemmas that youth have in every country. So I think when I saw this and I tried to do an interview with different youth, and I tried to have a questionnaire, and I used for my master's thesis, and I'm still using for my article as well, and I'm still talking to the youth whom I met in the plains or wherever I can. I just try to get their opinion regarding their life and how they think their parents are and why they have chosen this education and other things. So I think we have a lot of challenges.
But it depends on customs and
Yeah,
traditions.
definitely, that's what I was
Maybe
saying.
you are doing some research for your in your country,
Yeah.
field of your country. So have any type of curriculum that means the primary and higher secondary school level, just ethical responsibility attitude, which can be changed. The attitude
I have seen one change in Nepal that we have
school or college
in the youth
curriculum,
actually.
yeah, youth development and
In
things
the
as a
younger
peace leader.
age, people from 14 to 18, we have more higher level of teen
But
pregnancy
your
in our
target group
country.
may be 24.
24, but
Yes.
I think we have a teen pregnancy in our country as well, and which is a serious problem throughout the world, and especially even in developed country. After high school, teens are getting pregnant and they are living their life
We
as a
mean
single mom.
yeah, child marriage also.
Yeah, single
Yes.
mom, and which is
Single
good or
mom.
not. Actually, we saw it in Mexico that they have a serious
Yeah, country
problem,
also.
and that's what we are trying to get the ideas from the youth. But I think that's what in my paper is like the lack of sex education in their family, that they feel difficult to say about sex, and then regarding their adolescent period, like they are more comfortable with their sisters, like for ladies they are more comfortable with their sisters, cousin sisters or aunts rather than their mother, and boys they are quite, even me, I am still not, I can't express the feeling with my family. So that's, we are suffering, and that's what is the problem.
But how do we connect with bioethics, the concept of bioethics?
Actually,
Strategy, the mechanism.
So actually, what the bioethics says is that it's a rights of an individual
Yes.
to have a baby or not. It's a rights of a lady to give a birth or do abortion. But it depends on the culture as well at the end of the day. So I think the education of bioethics or the moral science from the family, if it is given to the children, saying that, or discussing about the sex, or not taking sex as the big thing. In our country, sex is a very big thing. It's like a curiosity in many people, many teenagers. So if this curiosity can be erased from the family itself, then we have this sort of problem lesser and lesser. So I think bioethics have that advantage, so that we can lesser the problems. And I think to deal the dilemmas, we have bioethics. And I've already told in my paper that our life will not be like the textbook of bioethics.
Yes,
It's very difficult. Just we can ease some of our problem. I think.
In your country, same, there is no textbook, but do you have any guidelines or just you can...
I think, yeah, I think as Darrell has written bioethics love of life, I think bioethics is life. I think.
to build up youth and children?
Yeah, it's a life, because there are problems it's can be solved, but we are not solving because of different moral agents that are coming around us, like religion, coming, society, or parents, or many things.
Good topic.
Thank you.
Tsuyoshi?
Just wondering, in Nepal, on average, at what age do people get married? I know some teenagers.
People get what?
At what age do people marry?
Married?
Yeah.
19, 18, 19 now.
19 and
18, 19. Very early.
Very early. Because in Japan nowadays, it's like 30.
They don't get married. That's all.
That's also one of the problems. So
They don't
that's-
need to
So
marry.
that's what I was telling. What will be the right age of getting married? Is it 18? People say too early. 30 too late. 25?
It's 26, 27, it's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
32.
Actually, what age the man is established. Some situation the 18 is he is grown enough and he can earn, he can create the family, and in some situation like the our situation we have to be educated and then we go to the workplace.
Build up our career.
The age is 25, 26.
And funnier thing in our culture is nowadays it's like after getting a master's degree you have to get married.
Yeah.
This has been one of the trends
But what
nowadays.
about the farmer? What about the poor people?
Yeah.
So
you never know because marriage has been classified in different forms. Like our culture has been transforming and the Indian subcontinent countries are making marriage as a big money game. It's like a big expenses
for the
happening.
man,
Yeah, for the men, even for the women.
A female also? Why not?
how?
Because you know the expenses, how it comes.
It's-
to get married.
It's both for female also?
No, it's like in
I
arranged marriage.
understand that for the men it is a big deal
Expensive.
of money because they get the dowry. The money comes from the.
This is not universal. In some cases,
In some cases, yeah.
where girls are receiving money from the boys. So therefore, there is no.
Is there any rule?
No, there is no
That is
rule, but
the
it's a
legal
ritual.
issue.
So
It's a ritual.
So
No, this is actually sort of false status.
yeah.
See, for outside world, they have to show, oh, he's a very great. So spend lot of money on various lavishing things, right? Big hotel, very good.
5 to 6 days ceremony.
Ceremony, procession, TV, what is all the
It's true.
tuning, that is no more now.
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
have seen
married
some of this
in
where
December. I'm
just a
thinking
family
of that.
alone, they go for
Yeah.
dinner of the marriage.
It's 2 months time. Yeah.
No
But I
gift, nothing.
do anything.
So that depends
And
upon
no,
the
I'm
mindset.
going back
See,
to
the highly
marriage, I
educated
will
people, there are families which never accept anything. They say, just let us jointly take care of the expenses. That's the idea. But if both of you are educated, both boys and girls, why there should be a difference? Why you should expect something from others? Because if you don't have enough, then why you want to have somebody else with you? Isn't it? This is not a logic. See, if you are not able to take care of yourself and why you want to have wife somebody from there? So it is a logic today that we are all equal. We talk about equity.
Socially it is implemented in society.
That's what I'm telling you. It depends upon the mindset.
Educated
It is
society
mindset,
is
people
different from
mindset.
the other
I think that's the dilemmas that we have. Like educated people, even only boys and girls are educated, but the family are not. They want to perform the similar rituals what the society performs. They are fear of the society. They fear from the society. Like my son has studied this month. He needs to get married in a well family, and he needs to have a reception in a good hotel.
They spend millions of money to teach their son for the dowry as well.
Yeah.
They teach their son as a doctor
Because
they spend
the society,
$4 5 million
Yeah.
will
so that they can get that
See.
from the dowry.
Yeah,
society,
right.
the
That's
fear
the
of
point.
society will make an impact on you.
So my question for Rimesh is marriage the end of youth?
No, it's a beginning of a new idea. Because your mind will be two after marriage. You have a 2 point of view. Like previously 2 years ago I had only one. Now I have two minds.
That's how you take
One is for you, one for you.
That's another thinking capacity, I think.
So I think I have doubled my imagination.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah.
The question is, can't you merge both the things together?
It's like a management.
Yeah, this is management.
Managing both ways.
See now, if I something strike in my mind, I discuss with her, and I can also know her opinion. Previously, I couldn't do it very easily because sometimes, let's say, if I need to buy something, then if I ask my mother or father, then they say, okay, you do whatever you like to do. But if I ask to my wife, then she will advise me that is it really necessary to you, or then you can buy.
But
But in some cases we can take an instant decision if we are alone. Couldn't we ask
If we
anything?
have enough time, I can ask a question.
Yes, sure.
Yes, you can answer a question.
I want to clarification from Silva Naira, Professor Silva Naira. That is we have the false impression that we have seen that in your mandir, temple, there are the many scriptures. There are the many scriptures, and that shows that have sex with the other. That is also
Kama Sutra.
Kama Sutra.
No, that is
In the
Hindu
temple,
culture. Probably you may be able to answer. I don't know.
yeah, we give the impression that that your religion was very advanced, but nowadays we see that your people is not that advanced. Where is the actually dilemma? Where is the actually
The actual advancement that we have. I think it's because of the time that we had. The religion, I think the Hindu religion can or is it changes according to the place. If you go in the eastern part of Nepal, you have a different way of celebrating or doing puja in a different way. When you go to the western part, you have a different way, but they are doing the same thing. So, due to time and due to the transformation, I think people have made this as a taboo, and which is not so good. I think someone or somewhere we lost our culture that we had, like Kama Sutra has not been spoken. Even I can speak in front of my family regarding Kama Sutra. So there has been changes. This has made the sex has been made as a taboo in our society, and I think slowly it will change because I think it will take more 25 to 30 years that people speak regarding sex in the family. I think it will more 25 years.
so which one is the advancement? Restriction is the advancement or non-restriction? Previously you had, that is the advancement.
No, actually,
Nowadays we according our thinking that the West is advanced, but they pull out their restrictions in some point. So what you're thinking, which one is the advancement? Previously or now?
well, if I say previously,
That
then
means
it will be
you
hypothetical, but I
were
think-
very educated at that time.
Yeah, we
Education
know,
is
but-
there in your religion.
But ma'am, we can't say that we were advanced previously because I think the advancement not only depend on sex,
No, not sect, but
Not means, for example,
structure.
the
Structure is
structure.
there, but no other religion or the society is sculpture is there. So sculpture, it indicates that advancement.
Religious advancement.
Yes.
But it is right. The advancement word, I think, this is my personal opinion, the word advancement, it does not go with the religious. Because religious, each and every religious has a different shape. Maybe it's Muslim, Hindu, Christian. So every religion has a different shape, unique and special shape. So, and there is some sorts of culture, ethics, custom, beliefs, practice that's coming from thousands of years. So there is basically huge chance to change these religious activities, right? It's a belief. So my father and grandfather are doing those things, and I am doing the same thing. So that is the ethics, and every person have to respect each and every religious and ethics. Am I wrong? Anything else?
Yes, sir.
Because my belief, my practice, and my knowledge may be not same with you. You came from the different society, different culture, different belief. So thing is, what is the ethics? Ethics is, obviously I will respect your beliefs, your culture, your activities, everything. And same thing, you will do the same thing for me. This is the basical ethics. Ethics does not conflict with the culture, with the values, with the
Some
religious.
things.
Better than it's create some sort of relationship for betterment of society, for betterment of individuals, and betterment of family.
Yeah.
But now it's a challenge because family bonding is broken,
Yeah.
and day by day is the relationship is removing. Nuclear family is increasing. Elderly people are not getting health care from the society, from the family, from the institution. So it's now it's a big challenge.
So I think, yeah, the transformation has been there, but the Hindu religion is like, it's very flexible, according to the location, according to the climate, according to the group of people, they make different ways to perform the religious activities. So I think on that way, the sculpture that we had has been lost, and we get into the another phase of our religion is like we became more private. We put our goddess in more privately. So I think these are the main causes, and I think it will take more 20-25 years to people really understand about the religion, what they used to perform in this.
Yeah, that is the important thing.
And I think you have seen a movie, Three Idiots. Three Idiots.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, it's a Bollywood movie. In that movie, you can see a scene that in an office, a guy drops a condom. And that actor said to be the alien, he came from another planet.
PK.
Oh, sorry, PK.
Oh, that's one
PK, yeah. And then drops a condom, and he said that, whose condom is this? And everyone feel ashamed and sigh, and no one claims. And what he tells to the people that if it was 1,000 rupees note, then everybody would have said it's mine. So that's, I think that can be an example that we have been such secret to disclose about our personal relationship.
That is the advancement. Mental advancement.
Yeah, that can be.
Yeah, it's big things.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
there's many other issues of use. Did you have any other
Interesting.
questions, Tsuyoshi?
It's too late. My situation. I'm over 30 years old and I have a master's degree, but I'm
Still single.
No, I'm single.
Whose mistake?
Do you think it's a mistake? Only
You should have find.
I don't mean it's a mistake. I just want to know that how society thinks. Like,
You should marry
get married
quickly.
in 20 years old, our society society says it's very early. Before we get married after 30, then our society says it's quite late. So society have to tell us at what age we should get married.
Mostly on the spectrum of fertility.
Well, according to Tsuyoshi, your theory that after master's degree one should get married. Tsuyoshi has 3 master's degrees. You should have 3 wives.
3 wives.
Too late.
Too late.
Maybe after, maybe now. This time, tomorrow, today, and they happen.
Not ready tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much to everybody. Thank you.